My girlfriend took me on vacation to cheat on me. Third update. I've decided to stay in Colorado for good. The male custom jeweler and Rose's aunt and I are in a three-way relationship now. Long story short, after explaining everything to the aunt and asserting my dominance to both her and the custom jeweler, the aunt basically told Rose to never come in contact with her again for breaking my heart. Rose called me up screaming and crying, so I told her that I asserted my dominance to her aunt's submissiveness way better than I have ever with Rose's submissiveness, and then blocked her number. What a hell of a week this has been. As of now, me and the custom jeweler are having a race to see which one of us can impregnate the aunt first so we can raise a beautiful baby together as a trio. Appreciate all the responses. I am straight. Second update. I'm straight, but wow, what a night. I called my ex while I was asserting my dominance with the custom jeweler and she was devastated. I just called the aunt and invited her over to really turn this into a party. Thanks for the advice, guys. Update. After careful consideration, based on all of the advice from you guys, I have decided to fuck the custom jeweler for revenge and to assert my dominance. He's picking me up soon. We'll keep you guys updated. My ex is gonna hate me for this zany face. My 33M girlfriend, 31, let's call her Rose, said she'd been wanting to take a trip to Colorado to visit her aunt. The last time we saw her aunt was 2 years prior when she came over for her birthday to surprise Rose. Her aunt is like a second mother to her but had to move away with her husband for work 5-ish years ago. We planned the trip. I buy the tickets, book the hotel, and fast forward to 2 days ago we're in Colorado. We settled in at the hotel, visit her aunt, went out to eat, came back, slept, and yesterday went over there again. After coming back to the hotel yesterday, Rose tells me she wants to go back to her aunt's to sleep over her house. I thought that was kind of odd since we're visiting here for about a week and still have a lot of time to see her and we have to Uber to her aunt's house, but I didn't think much of it and figured she just wants to spend as much time with her as possible. She leaves in an hour or so later. I text her to see what she's doing because she never let me know when she got to her aunt's house, which is about a half-hour away. She doesn't answer the text and doesn't answer my call, and I start to get a little worried, so I call her aunt and ask if Rose is there. Aunt said she's not, and while telling her that she should have been there by now, Rose texts me saying she's in the living room watching TV with her aunt. Now 2 thoughts are in my mind. Rose lied to me and she's somewhere else, or something bad might have happened to her and she's not the one texting me. I told her aunt I'd call her right back and call Rose. Rose picks up and says she's in the bathroom and she'd call me right back, and before I get to say anything she hangs up. At this point my heart is in my stomach and my palms are sweating and I am freaking out thinking there's no way she's cheating on me with someone. I've had this weird vibe from her lately, like she hasn't been acting totally like herself and she's done some questionable things when we first got together. But nothing this crazy. I knew her aunt would be worried since I was asking where she was, so I called her aunt back and lied and said that she entered the wrong address and she decided to just Uber back to the hotel and we'd see her aunt tomorrow. I try to call Rose and text her for like 2 hours straight to see WTF she's doing and she doesn't answer. I didn't know what to do and just started walking all around town, chain smoking cigarettes, waiting for a text or a call. I finally go back to the hotel and end up knocking out on the bed after staying up for a little longer trying to call again, and then I wake up this morning to her walking into the hotel room. I jump out of bed and I said, "What were you doing? I tried to text and call you for hours and you didn't pick up or answer anything." She said she was sorry and that she fell asleep with her phone on mute, charging in her aunt's bathroom, and then walks to the bathroom in our hotel to brush her teeth. At this point, I'm furious because I know she's lying and I was thinking of a million ways on how to react, but when she walks out of the bathroom, I just blurted out, "I called your aunt yesterday and she said you weren't there as you texted me saying you were there." "Where were you?" She freezed and her eyes opened wide and just started crying. I already figured she cheated on me, but her reaction just confirmed it for sure, and I said, "Oh my God, you really cheated on me. You brought me on vacation to cheat on me? Where did you go? Who were cheating on me with? Did you know them this whole time? Was your aunt just an excuse to come here?" And the entire time I'm asking questions, she's ignoring everything and just repeats, "I'm sorry," while crying. She stops crying and tells me she has been talking to this guy she met through Instagram and thought she'd go and spend time with him while she was here, and was trying to tell me that she didn't do anything and they just talked and hung out, but knew I wouldn't be okay with it, so she lied and said she was going to her aunt's. I respond saying, "Are you serious? You're lying to me again? You really expect me to believe that? You are literally just crying because you're guilty." And she starts crying again. She finally says she did really meet the guy through Instagram and that he makes custom jewelry, and at first she was interested in a ring, but it turned into them talking and they've been planning to meet since I first booked the flight and hotel. She said they had sex, and as soon as she woke up this morning, she felt disgusting and rushed back to the hotel, and she kept apologizing to me and saying she'd do anything to fix this, and I said nothing, just walked out, took an Uber to another hotel, and I've been sitting in the room bawling my eyes out wondering where to go from here. The flight back isn't for another 3 days, and I don't know how I'm supposed to sit next to her on the plane. I feel sick to my stomach and lost. Don't forget to text her aunt and let her know that her fav niece used a trip to see her as a decoy to go sleep with a random face vomiting. She set this up to cheat on your dime. You literally funded your girlfriend to cheat on you. Call the airport and change your ticket. Cancel hers, and if you can't get a refund, use it to upgrade yours. Be done with her. She's trash. Don't take her back. Again, she used you to have sex with another guy she didn't even know. Easier said than done, but this is the way. Good luck. You booked the tickets, correct? Cancel hers now. Rebook yours today. Pay the extra change fee. Go home and start to focus on this exit strategy. Brother, I just want you to know this is going to be painful for a while, but I won't define you. You got this, man. You can get through this and put it behind you. She's a very cruel person. Edit, man, oh man. I had to come back. This one upset me too. It's going to be fine, my brother. Promise you. I agree. Cancel her ticket and then reschedule yours for now and go home and give yourself the head start to get things in order back home. If you live with each other, you've got some time to yourself to get things packed and in order. Also, fuck her. You can and will do so much better. She's a terrible person. It was thought out and planned in advance. That was no mistake. She knew what she was doing. Pure evil. Did it right under your nose. It hurts like hell, but better now than another coup. Years later or never finding out. Seriously, how did she think this would work? There are a few days left in the trip. Did she think Op wouldn't ask the aunt about her sleeping over? Sorry for your situation, dump her immediately. I go home and forget she exists. People like that don't change. Disgusting that she would take you on vacation to do that to you. I cheated on a girl once and I felt completely gutted and horrible after. Mind you, this was in high school. But it really changed me and was a major life lesson. Haven't even had the thought of cheating since then. Not all people are the same. Doesn't matter if you changed. Your relationship with that girl will never be fixed. Never. I mean, right. Second chances rarely work with cheating partners. There may be a few isolated cases, but they are not exemplary for the majority. Personally, I wouldn't take the risk. I couldn't. I would constantly doubt my partner's integrity and trustworthiness. What kind of relationship would remain? For me, it's something that simply can't be glued back together. Yeah, I'm out. I'd be catching the next flight home and leaving her ass ASAP. Don't be. Stories on Reddit are fictions. Don't take them seriously. And birds aren't real either. If you believe those writing exercises are real, then you are gullible enough to think that Earth is flat. See, I could do it too, smiley face. The water's turning the frogs gay. Are you trying to prove something? It's not working. Nah, just trolling the troll. Saying that stories on Reddit are writing exercises. Fake. Because they are. Is trolling now? Damn. Why call story fake? We on stories subreddit where everything fake, internet all fake too. Just enjoy the fun. No need to be negative, Nancy. I am a bot. And this action was performed automatically. Please contact the moderators of this subreddit. Message compose to equals r stories if you have any questions or concerns. It's not that deep, bud. It's okay. Things can be real sometimes too. Live a little. Of course they can. Not here though. Bad fiction remains a fiction. Wait, what the heck is this subreddit? Stories? Are you replying to Op like this is a real situation that needs advice? I genuinely don't know. Is this like Aida or whatever? Or are the comment replies giving advice part of the creative writing interaction? I'm confused. Who hurt you? I was genuinely asking, no snark. What is this subreddit supposed to be? Would I, for example, be allowed to post a story where Jon Snow meets Gandalf? Or does it have to be real stories? Is it assumed posts here are true life retellings? On Aida and such, it's assumed they're real, advice-seeking confessions or whatever, even though many people there accuse some posters of making it up or baiting. I mean, do you know the definition of the word story? It implies fictionality. So, what is the function of this subreddit? Again, genuinely asking. A story automatically implies fictionality? That's new to me. A tale? Maybe. A myth? Definitely. But just a plain old story? Does that mean whenever you're telling someone a story from an event in your life, you aren't telling the whole truth? Thus, the word implies, not is. Of course, a story can be true. The common connotation, however, with regard to the word story is that it's fictional. The common connotation, literally, a widely used euphemism in several languages is, you're telling stories, to indicate lying. If this subreddit, called Stories, * is for confessional, informative, narrative-type posts that are purported to be true, *, then that's fine, and makes sense also. But someone like me, coming from art, all is going to casually wonder what the true purpose of this subreddit is. Because story is a word with multiple connotations. You being pedantic on your own quoted words is funny. Welcome to Reddit and also the internet. You don't have to think too much just to engage. There's plenty of subreddits here that get down to the nitty-gritty of basic human angst, no matter the nomenclature people assign to it. I am thinking the same thing as you. I don't know why it's hard for the other person to understand. I think it's fiction based on the updates. Thanks for pointing that out. I never know if stories are real or fake on other subs. But it's pretty much foregone conclusion it's fake on a sub called Stories, right? Why call story fake? We on Stories subreddit where everything fake, internet all fake too, just enjoy the fun, no need to be negative Nancy. I am a bot. And this action was performed automatically. Please contact the moderators of this subreddit. Message compose to =r stories if you have any questions or concerns. Side note, who are the losers who even makes these bot responses? I see them everywhere now. And they always fucking suck. Okay, so you are in fact confirming that this subreddit is for made-up creative writing stuff. That makes sense, with the subreddit name. And that's fine. It's a fun idea. I'm just baffled by commenters giving actual advice like, leave her, man, you're better than this. Who are they talking to? The fictional narrator? Oh, or is it normal practice to play along in the comments? Or what? Cancel her flights and rebook yours. Cancel the book 2 tickets to the flight home and use the cancellation to book your single seat home. Go home and move her shit out. You have an opportunity to not only break if off clean but also to strand a lying cheater in a foreign city. She's her aunt's problem now, and she will have to explain to her why you flew out of town without her. Also cancel the rest of the reservation for the hotel. Do this, and let us know to drink for it tonight. Get a flight home ASAP and leave the relationship, dude. You can't unfuck somebody. Cancel her ticket, take the next flight home. Never talk to her again. Cancel both tickets, rebook for only yourself, next flight out. Let her figure it out from there. This is the answer. No revenge tours, no explanation. Just cut her off and move on. This is the ultimate payback. Good thing she's just a girlfriend. Ditch her ass and find a place to sleep to give yourself time to situate things. Literally leave her there. Move on with your life and don't give her a second thought. Doesn't matter how long you've been dating. I've been there, my guy. Pondering about what happened will fuck you up. Nah, don't give her a second chance either. Do an early check-out of the hotel. Cancel her return flight and see if you can switch yours to return earlier. Pack up her stuff back at your apartment. Don't smash it or you may have to see her in court. Learn how to use paragraphs. She planned this whole thing out beforehand. She had you pay for everything. You paid for the flights, you booked the hotel, you delivered her right to this guy. There's no recovery from this. LMAO. Learn how to use paragraphs. Cold but true. Cancel her return ticket and tell her that her new boyfriend can pay for her to return home. Go home and pack up and tell everyone, especially her parents and yours. If you don't, she will, and you won't like the story she tells. Then go find someone loyal. She's dirt. You could always out her on Facebook. Block her. Inform your people, aka who has the key to your place, and ask them to fix her stuff in boxes. So in 3 days she's ready to go. Call the aunt. Explain why she wanted to visit. Thank her for being honest, saying she saved you from a failed relationship. Don't seek revenge beyond that. Just be honest about it and end it. I know it hurts, brother. But be glad you aren't married with children with her. Can you imagine? Now take your own flight. Let this be your lesson to value your self-worth above all else. The good folks here will support you as much as they can. Good blokes on here. If you stay with this woman, you are an idiot. No offense. Let her aunt know your ex used her to hide her cheating. Call the airline to see if you can change your flight and leave sooner. Then go home and pack her stuff and call her friends or family to come get it. Make sure you tell her friends what she did. They should be told the truth so they can decide if they want to stay friends with a cheat and liar. Don't give her a chance to lie to them as well about why you're breaking up with her. I'm sorry you're having to go through this. The only good part is it happened before you married her and don't have to go through a divorce. Cancel her ticket, bro. She's staying in Colorado, lol. Do yourself the best you can. Get closure. and never go back. If someone cheats like that, they will do it again. Pick up some hobbies to distract yourself for a bit. If you can, cancel her ticket. You're better than me. Cancel her flight and go home early. Then when she texts and calls asking where you are, tell her you're in the hotel bathroom asleep with your phone on D&D. Just move on with your life. That's a blessing in disguise. First will be painful, but you don't need to suffer. You deserve to be at peace, brother. You did nothing wrong. Folded hands. Cancel your room at the first hotel if possible. Man, I'd cancel her ticket, move my ticket to the next available flight, and leave that bitch there. If she needs help, she can reach out to her aunt and explain why you abandoned her there. Fly back early. The extra time will be needed to get all her shit out of your place. Leave her. Cancel the tickets home. Book a new ticket for just yourself as soon as you can. Don't even communicate any of this to her. Just leave. If this were me and it bought the tickets and hotel, etc., tell her you need space and she should see her aunt. Then leave. Check out of the room and say anything in there can be disposed of. Go to the airport, get your flight changed, and cancel the other ticket. When boarding, phone the aunt and tell her the truth and to tell your GF that you've left. Then hang up. Drop her ASAP. Don't look back. She is 1000% trash and clearly has zero respect for you. How did she really think she'd pull this off? Unreal. You've been dealt a shit hand with this one, man. Keep your head up and for the love of God, do not forgive her and decide to stay together. This is a relationship that is not meant to be. Bright side, she wasn't your wife. This is actually a Christmas miracle. Dump her, obviously, and move on with your life. Break up and start dating paragraphs. Jail to you. Change your flight or buy a different ticket. Can't afford a flight, get a bus ticket. I'd even hitch back rather than sit next to her on the way home. 3 days later. Start a new life when you get back. I'd book another flight. Don't want to be on the same plane as her considering she's got a ticket too. Just get home safely, cool down, and let her continue with her journey in life and you continue yours. Change your flight to today. Go home, pack your or her shit. There's definitely a way to switch seats for the plane. If you call and ask, you may get an accommodation. But if not, I know flight attendants are happy to help you try and switch the day of the flight when you board. The relationship simply wasn't meant to be. She broke your trust. Best of luck to you. The best way to deal with this is 1. Definitively end it. 2. Never talk to her again, even if you want to. 3. Jim. Let me stress number 3. Lifting cures many ills. 4. Upgrade. Get the fuck out. Speak to the airline and change your flight. Tell them your story and they may waive the fees to change flights or upgrade you. Trust me, airlines can and will do this. Organize an STD test when you get home. Maybe some therapy. Even if therapy is spending a weekend with your friends and family. If you live with her, do what makes the most financial sense for you. Whether that's her moving out or you. If you're with her, have a friend or family member with you. Don't be alone with this wom. And do not talk to her. Get home, grieve, get your head straight and sort your shit out. Then you can talk to her. Talk to her in a polite but curt manner. You owe her nothing, so give her nothing. Be strong, bro. It gets easier. Is this a real story? If so, why do you have to wait 3 days and why do you have to take the same flight? Cut and run as fast as you can. Get a flight early ticket and cancel hers. Whatever you do, do not entertain the idea of staying in this relationship. Even if she never cheats again, things will never be the same. You're worth more than that, bro. Cut loose and work on rebuilding. Catch an early flight, bucko. Blessing in disguise. Cancel her plane ticket and never talk to her again. Sorry this happened, mate X. Yeah, screw that, take an early flight and GTFO with your life. The only option is for you to bang her aunt. Pick yourself up, you dodged a fucking nuke. Tell the aunt, change flights and leave. If you bought tickets, cancel her flight because fuck the lying bitch. Hopefully you have a support system of family and friends, because it's time to hit the gym and focus on yourself. You got this, don't look back. Remember, she doesn't care about you, don't waste the tears and time on her. It's okay to ask for help. Go be SSJ2 Gohan. Without any negatives. Don't lose yourself and just be better for yourself. Call the airline and ask them to move your seat. Sometimes you can pay a fee to pre-select seats. You could tell whoever you get on the phone a short version of the events, like the basics, cheated on, and would really like to move seats, if you were comfortable. You may get someone who can help you, wants to try to help. I missed 2 flights before. My own fault. I called 3 times. 3rd time a lovely lady got me on the quickest flight home after the prior 2 people said nothing could be done. Good luck. This fake story has all the incels in the comments telling on themselves so perfectly. Let's call her Rose. No, let's call her EXGF. That'd be the first thing. The second thing, her ticket would be canceled. She can figure shit out for herself if she wants to be selfish like that. There's no coming back from cheating. Wow, I'm so sorry. Pal, see if you can get on standby for an earlier flight. You don't want to sit next to her on the trip home. Get to the airport. Cancel her ticket if you paid for it. Get home. Spend the rest of your free time entangling her from your life. I would definitely switch to an earlier flight. If you paid for the flights with your credit card, you may be able to cancel hers for. I don't know if y'all live together, but I'd definitely be packing my stuff for hers when I got back. Your ex sounds like a monster. That is absolutely a horrendous thing to do to somebody. Luckily, you found out before you married her. Keep your head up, King. This happened to me like 5 years ago. Significant other invites me to Florida to visit with family only to find out she'd been sleeping around with random guys on dating apps. You deserve better, but you also need to convince yourself you deserve better. This situation can make or break you. Work really hard at loving yourself again, because this God-forsaken woman you were with did everything in her power to make you feel otherwise. Good luck, brother. You got this. Find another way home. Never speak to her again. That is disgusting. Send her back to the streets. Buddy, I feel you. Same thing happened to me years ago. I was on holiday in Thailand with my best mate and my girlfriend. I dived into the sea and burst both my eardrums, leading a severe infection. I went to the pharmacy and they gave me some really strong painkillers. I took way too many of them and basically spent 2 days asleep. I was in a pretty bad way and was severely dehydrated and out of it. Thankfully, the maid helped me, as when she cleaned my room, she realized I hadn't really moved. For 2 days, she bought me liquid as I was severely dehydrated. I decided best to stop taking the painkillers and sort myself out. It was then it dawned on me I hadn't seen my friend or Gia for 2 days. Well, you can guess what they were up to. I had been with her 5 years at that point. Broke my heart, so I broke his nose. 6 months later, she rang me up out the blue. Said she regretted it, wanted me back. I didn't go back. They ended up destroying each other, getting hooked on drugs. Karma is a bitch. Turned out to be the best thing that ever happened looking back, as I got rid of 2 parasites in 1 day. Here's what you do. Seriously, trade in your tickets and get an early flight home. Once you are home, do the following one. If you and her are living in an apartment together, if her name is on the lease, remove it from the lease. 2. Carefully pack up her stuff and belongings and take them to her parents' home. 3. If you and her share a bank account, transfer money from that shared account to yours. Leave her some money, like $1,000 or $2, just so she cannot make a claim you stole everything. Aim from her. 4. Ask landlord to change the locks on the apartment. Get moving. You have very little time to do this. Make sure you do 1 and 4 first, because seriously, once you give back her stuff to her parents and they call her, you will lose all element of surprise. Change your ticket. Women who love and respect their men will never cheat on them. She's not sorry. Definitely cancel her flight. Cut your losses and bail. She has no care for you to travel somewhere with you with the intention of cheating. When I read things like this, I understand crimes of passion more and more. It must take so much self-control not to lash out on instinct when you find out you've been cheated on like this. Damn, you're a good man. You don't deserve this. Cancel her ticket and cancel her hotel. Woman shrugging, light skin tone. If you paid for and booked everything, you can cancel her hotel room and plane ticket. She'll have to go stay with Aunt and figure out her own way back. It's the absolute least she deserves for such despicable behavior. You owe her nothing at this point. Go to the airport and trade in your 2 tickets for 1 and go home today. 100% agree. And don't tell her. Let her figure out she doesn't have a flight the day of. And have any of her possessions at your place packed and ready to go. She can come and pick them up outside your door and drop off your stuff without talking to you. Cancel her return ticket and see if you can switch yours to an earlier date and leave her there. This was posted before by someone else. Time to take out the trash and work on healing, brother. Cut off all communication. You are loved. Stay strong. Talk to the airline. You could get an early ticket home. Run, dude, just run. Dude, get in an early flight, get home, and either move out or change the locks depending who's on the lease. Your relationship is over. First thing, I'd let her aunt know exactly what your GF did. She suckered you into delivering her up to her AP on a plate? Nah, man. Ultimate disrespect. There is no fixing this. She lied and lied and lied and lied some more. If she had felt so guilty and disgusted, she would have come clean instead of being caught. I would cancel her ticket if you can. Fly back and bag her shit up and review the laws to see how fast or if you can kick her ass out. So she stupidly thought that you, old, except she's at her aunt without even calling her once. It's a lot harder to be walked on when you are standing up. Update me. Cancel her ticket and get the fuck out of there. I'd be Ubering to the airport and clearing any of her stuff out before she gets back in a few days. Miss me with all of that. Godspeed. Paragraphs. Not just for the writer. She's such an idiot. Like, if she planned on cheating, she didn't even think it through as if he wouldn't suspect anything. Maybe she wanted him to know. What a dumbass way to get someone to break up with you. Cancel her flight. Move yours earlier. Go home. Pack her shit or your shit. Keep moving forward. Cancel her flight. That's so petty. Do it. You booked the tickets. You don't have to sit next to her on the way back. Just cancel her ticket. She's for the streets, my friend. Don't cry another drop. She tricked you and lied and doesn't deserve it. If you're paying for the first hotel, cancel it and then cancel her flight. Man, this story hurt me. I feel awful for you, brother, but you must delete her from your memory. This is like first-degree murder, planned and intentional. She booked these tickets knowing the reason, led you on knowing the reason. That's fucked up and beyond heartless. I hope she never sleeps over this because, man, this is insanely fucked up. I wish nothing but the best, and I hope you find someone who appreciates you. Hang in there, dude, and keep your head up. Lots of good advice in here. Get home early, gather yourself, don't let her give you an excuse. Take a deep breath. She did a horrible thing, but you can overcome it. Sorry, bro, but no way this is even the first time with all this planning. Change your ticket. It's easy and worth it even if there's a charge. Then axe this girl from your life because you cannot fix her. Personally, I would get an STD test, then get all my stuff from the other hotel, especially money and credit cards, and fly back home. If you live together and the lease is in your name, then put her stuff outside. If the lease is in her name, then take all of your stuff to self-storage and find a new apartment. According to your post, she's lied to you before. She's lying to you now, and you have no idea how many times she's lied and been with someone else. She's going to come back to you crying and apologizing, but if she keeps doing it over and over again, then the apologies mean nothing. You need to think about yourself right now and take steps to not let her hurt you again. Good luck to you. The crying part is infuriating. It's like they know they can manipulate after doing fucked up shit. It's definitely learned, so don't give in and move the hell on. Lots of people telling you to be horrible. Don't do that. You will just feel worse. My suggestion would be to change your ticket, and only yours, to as soon as possible, and then head back home yourself. Once home, start the process of separating. Don't be vindictive or hurtful towards her. It won't help anything. It won't make you feel better. And it will harm your reputation in any position you have if things involve any legal issues. Finally, don't look back. What she did was horrible, but it's what she did. It means nothing about you. All you can do is to take care of yourself and work to move on with your life. Get an early flight, cancel her ticket if you paid for her, and pack her bags for her when you get home. Kick her to the curb. She is trash. Bro, that sucks. Leave her ass there. This was pre-planned, premeditated cheating. While you were planning this trip, buying tickets and booking the hotel, packing your luggage and looking forward to a vacation with your GF, I assume ex now, she was looking forward to banging this guy and thinking of an alibi. Some have said it already. Call the airline and book an early trip back home, alone. You didn't say, but I hope you're not living together. Buy another ticket to go home. Change the locks. Block her ass. This ain't her first ride, dude. She's 100% done this before locally. Maybe not let it get this far, but she's been looking for other options for a while. Buy yourself something, get a haircut, go to the gym, do whatever you do to make yourself happy and move on. She ain't shit. Run away, she isn't worth the effort. That's fucked, bro. And at her age to do something so childish. Take the high road, live your best life, and find a better woman. You moving on and finding happiness will fucking kill her. Do you want to be miserable with her constantly doing this to you? Or find someone that values you and values loyalty? It's that simple. She's a hoe. Cancel her ticket. Cancel her hotel. Ghost her. Tell her aunt exactly what she did. That she brought you there so she could cheat on you, while you paid for everything. Call the airline and see if they can change your flight to one leaving sooner. Or go sit at the airport on standby. You can either be honest and pay the change fee, which is usually $150 minus $200 minus the difference in the ticket prices. You may end up paying more or getting some money back. Or you can say there was a death in the family and you need to go home immediately. Technically true because your relationship is dead. Go home early, pack your stuff, and go. Take advice from a guy who won't take his own advice. Cheaters never change. You will regret staying with her. Leave her ass in Colorado and go home and don't talk to her ever again. Sorry you're going through this. and hope you got on an earlier flight home. If I were you, I would check out of both hotels, go to the airport and stand by for an earlier flight, even if I had to pay a difference to do so, because no way would I be sitting next to someone who did what she did. I don't know if I would tell the aunt, but if I did, I would call to say sorry for calling you last night and worrying you, but it turns out that your niece went out last night to cheat on me and used you as an excuse to go do so. It was lovely to meet you, but given the fact that I was brought to Colorado to be cheated on, I can no longer stay. Thank you for your hospitality and hope you can house your niece, because I'm canceling the hotel I paid for the trip since I'm going home early. Take care. Rather than spend the money on a separate hotel for 3 days, change your flight and return early. She has her ticket. Don't forget to update the aunt. Seems like you booked everything. Cancel the hotel and her flight home. She, her man, and aunt can figure it out. Get out of there, go home, cut all ties and move on. Not only did she cheat, she would never have told you if you hadn't found out. Also, think of the amount of planning that was needed beforehand to pull this off. This didn't just happen. She planned all of it, step by step, and had no problems lying to you or her beloved aunt. She doesn't deserve you. Don't take that flight back with her, lol. Get home now. This was a planned encounter. She tricked you to think that it was because of her aunt, and from the get-go, the plan was something else. No cheating is justified, but this kind of planning goes beyond any forgiveness. Take a different flight. Don't wait the 3 days and just call her aunt and say, bye. You're leaving early because what she did on you. Let the aunt know that she used her to FCK somebody else. Cancel her ticket. Tell her aunt. Cancel her ticket. Cancel the rest of the hotel. Take your shit and fly back home. You don't fly back home with her? You leave and go somewhere on your own and enjoy yourself? She can call her new boyfriend for any help. She's his problem now. Sorry this happened up. You deserve better. Change flight. Immediately. Now. Call aunt. Tell her candidly everything that happened. Try to avoid emotion, in terms of showing contempt, name-calling, etc., etc. This is purely a repetition of facts as you understand them. Nothing more. I am not sure what the living situation is for you, but personally I would pack all of her stuff up and reach out to a close friend, family member of hers in the area that would have space for it, after explaining the situation. Regardless, either pack her stuff and get her out, or pack your stuff and get out. You cannot continue to live together, as it opens you up to potential accusations, further drama, danger. Your ex-girlfriend knows what they did was planned, intentional, and morally wrong, and went through with it all. The issue is they did such a piss-poor job that it would have been harder to not catch them in this obvious lie. Your relationship is done, bro. Cancel her ticket and move on. She's for the streets. Change your flight. Go home now. Clean the place out so she has an empty apartment to come home to. Fuck cheaters. Cancel the flight and try to get a refund and book something else. Fuck that girl. Let her figure shit out by herself. Airlines rarely charge change fees after COVID. You have 2 decisions to make here, one hard and one easy. I'll start with the hard one first. The relationship is done. Things need to be ended and done quickly. No prolonged breakup. Block her number and never talk to her again. The second decision is much easier. You have to start using paragraph breaks when you type. One gigantic long paragraph is ridiculous. You're better than that. If you don't think you are, be better than that. Hit the enter button twice in succession to start a new train of thought. Best of luck. You got this. Cancel her flight back. Get back before her. Throw all her stuff out and change the locks. Adios. Had a GF cheat and didn't think I'd find out. When she came back and asked for her stuff, I told to go look at Goodwill, where I donated it all. I was also helping pay for her tuition. I called my CC company and told them my card was used fraudulently. The bank charged the school and I was refunded it all. Then she got kicked out of school for non-payment. Oh well, call the guy you cheated with if you need help paying. What the hell are those updates? Wait, so your female ex fucks the custom jeweler, who is a dude. So you, also a dude, decided you would fuck the jeweler too? I hope this jeweler is bisexual, cause he is in for the 24 hours of his life. Not the incel commenter's self-reporting lol. Wait, now I'm just gonna go fuck the same dude? First off, tell the aunt the only reason she wanted to visit was to cheat. Then contact her parents and tell them. Contact the airline and see if you can change your flight. Fuck her aunt. Cancel her flight. That's extremely bold of her to cheat on you while on a trip with you. Cancel her flight. You know what to do. Never get back with her. Ignore her. Never forgive her. Did you order the plane tickets? If I were you, I would cancel just her flight and fly back by myself. Call aunt. Tell her what happened and that Rose may need to stay with her. Switch flight and cancel rest of hotel. Go back home. Pack her shit and put it by the door so she can come grab it when she comes back. Have a drink with friends. What a fucking cunt she is. Change your flight. Cancel hers. Cancel the hotel reservations too. Tell the aunt why you won't be visiting. Congrats on not being married. You made attempts to find her and were worried when she was missing, and she's doing all that planning and lying. It's time for you to take yourself out of this equation. End it now. Do not let someone be this deceptive and continue to be any part of your life. You're still young and just about to hit your prime. Tell your friends what happened because you'll need support and take some time to process it, but not with her. There's so many people out there that are super interesting and attractive. Thank the universe that you found out before marriage or kids and walk. She didn't respect you, but you take your self-respect and go do fun stuff and better women will come to you. Cancel her fucking ticket, man. Didn't you buy it? Sorry, dude. At least she's your GF and not your wife. Call the aunt and tell her what your GF did and that you're leaving to go back home. Figure things out from there, and while you're on the plane, you can hopefully have a clearer head on what to do next. Hopefully you dump her because you should respect yourself enough not to be with a cheater. You need to cancel the flights. Get yourself home now. She can buy her own ticket. Catch the early flight out of there. You have to be strong and end this for good. Don't waste another minute with her. You should just leave on a flight ASAP alone. There's no excuse. That's just so bad. Sending you good vibes your way, smiling face with open hands. Stay strong and don't look back. Cancel her flight for starters so you don't feel awkward on way home, and then explain the situation to her fab aunt, the whole situation. Find you some whilst there before going home. Cut her clean off. She is a nasty individual. You should count your blessings. You dodged a big bullet. Future you will thank her for this. You dodged a bullet. You're not married and have no kids. It hurts, but this is a good thing for he to expose these behaviors at this stage. This will forever poison the relationship. There is no going back, and it will always undermine and eat away at your trust in her. Make the cut. Leave courteously and calmly. Let her become someone from your past and find someone new. Anything else is denying a future version of you and an unknown partner. Toda. No happiness. Well, if this is true, one never knows, since this is Reddit and all, but going with it for a second, just take actions on contact. 1. Contact aunt and make sure she's totally up to speed, and let her know what you're about to do too. Change your flight to go home. Time now 3. Sounds like you paid for both hotels, so check out of both of them. Again, time now 4. Cancel her plane ticket and collect the refund. Or flight credit, depending on airline. 5. Text her that she's on her own for travel and Venmo her for expenses so far. 6. Block her on everything else once home. You can donate all her shit to Goodwill. And, take her off the lease, change locks, the standard offboarding checklist. Grin. She's trash. Stop dating trash. Run. Switch her ticket to earlier flight. Airline will do it for free. Have her shit ready to get picked up when she returns. And STD test, bro. Cancel her ticket and return home by yourself. Damn, the bitch was calculated. She is for the streets now. Time to move on. Call the ticket counter where you got your tickets. Cancel hers and rebook yours. Explain your situation. I bet you they will have sympathy and give you a break on any fees. Go back home. Pack your stuff and leave, or if it's your place, pack up her crap, leave it outside and let her know it's there, then block her. Cancel her ticket, room, and call the airline to see if your ticket can be moved to an earlier flight. Cancel the flights, get a one-way rental car and just go explore. CO has lots of cool scenery and things to do. Use the time to just let nature calm your thoughts. Mosey back home and plan your exodus from the living arrangement, if shared. Move on, buddy. Anyone swayed that easily by a social media type will obviously find another shiny object in the future to go after as well. Be happy you aren't married and can have a simple, clean break. Don't try to save it. Just move on, dude. She's still looking for better options and will do this again. Call the airline, ask for an earlier fly, and go home to your loved ones and friends. Don't tell her you are leaving. Don't mess with her flight, let it be. If you live together, pack her shit up and have them at the door. She's disgusting. You bought the tickets and hotel. Check out of hotel, cancel her return flight, and move yours up. Fly home and never talk to her again. Easy. Change your flight, leave early, go home and prepare for the breakup. Do not stay with a cheater. It never works out. Trust me, bro, there will be more women. Leave her alone. Honestly, I'd try to refund the ticket and catch a red eye out. Just be thankful God blessed you with this instead of this happening while you are married. Don't think any less of yourself. Cancel tickets, rebook yours, pack up her stuff and leave it by the door. Goodbye forever. Cancel the hotel and ticket of hers. Make her buy her own ticket and hotel. Update me. This might get buried, but if you're not in a situation to be able to fly back immediately and in Denver in the mood to drink, I don't work today, you might be lost to GF. But you can always leave here with a new friend. Cancel her return flight. At least cancel her ticket. If you don't get to fly home in peace, nor does she fuck that bitch. Change the ticket immediately and get the fuck out of there. Price difference might be less than the hotel and food. Plus the added cost of dread for 3 days. Can't put a price on that. Also, call the aunt and tell her it was all bullshit. Shit, bruh, be relieved. Not married. No kids together. Too many women out here to be fucked up over one that obviously has no respect for you. Just be glad you found out now. And get another flight. YTF, would you fly back with her? Cancel the flights, rebook just yours, let her stay with the aunt. Better yet, go bang her aunt. First cancel her ticket. Not your circus anymore. Call her aunt and let her know what's going on before she shifts blame. Same for her parents if you're close. I hope you don't live together. If you don't, you're a single guy on vacation in Colorado. Go do something for yourself. If you're not feeling it, head home early. If you live together, pack her shit up so that it's waiting for her. Post on social media why you broke up. Block her everywhere and move on with your life. You dodged a bullet. She got the feels for Etsy, Instagram jewelry salesman lol. I'd also cancel the hotel room and let them evict her ass. She can stay with the aunt and explain how this happened. Did you pay for the hotel and flights on your own? Cancel her hotel and her flight if so and head back on your own. Use the remaining days to GTFO and leave her in the dust. Yeah, that's tough. Bite the bullet and cut it off. Leave immediately and explain to her aunt why you're leaving. Nope. Cancel her flight. I'm sure her new fuckboy can cover her. Fly home, pack up, get the F out and move on. She's not worthy of anything else from you. Cancel her flight ticket, even if it's for airline credit at this point. See if you can move your flight up a day or two and head home solo. She can figure out her own way home. Man, fuck that bitch. Catch flight home, and depending on whose place it is, throw her shit out or get your stuff and leave. Just found out my ex went on a cruise with her mom to get away. She was with the new dude, 20 years down the drain. If you are gonna cheat, just leave the person. No one deserves this kind of shit. She's for the streets. Pack your shit and change your flight. Leave the hoe in CO. Hold on. You are going to fuck the guy that fucked your GF. Did I read that right? I'd cancel her ticket, whether it was a total loss or not. Could have been real till the updates. Cancel her flight and leave her there. I would try to get refund from airline on her ticket. Find another flight home. Go home, get her shit and put it outside of house. Get rid of that piece of trash.